So the first topic we're going to talk about in physics is this idea of position. All right, basically, if we're describing an object's position, all it's doing is telling us where within the universe our object is located. So when we think about this, oftentimes we think about the world as like a three-dimensional space, where we kind of have our x, y, and z axis. So what we can do is basically define something according to its coordinates. So maybe if you are holding a pencil in your hand, right, we can figure out where on the floor you're standing. So how far away from kind of your two directions of the walls you might be located. That would be like your x and y coordinate. Your z coordinate would then be how high off the ground you're holding that pen. So the other thing that we kind of use, we say we live in this like four-dimensional universe, is we have what we call our three spatial dimensions, so x, y, and z. So we can think of it like forward, backwards, left, right, and up and down. And then our fourth dimension is going to be time. So is this at 8:10 in the morning? Is it at 2:20 in the afternoon? Or we can identify where an object is located at a given moment in time. Now, when we represent a position, oftentimes in physics we'll use a particular variable or a letter to kind of represent a different quantity. So in the case of position, we use the variable x to show an object's position. So maybe when you woke up today, you were inside of your house. Let's say we're going to call your house, we'll call that a position of 0 meters. Think of that as like along a timeline. If you then went across the street to maybe your next door neighbor's house, or think about how these are located along a timeline, number line. Maybe your neighbor is 10 meters across the street. So maybe their house is going to be located at a position of x is equal to 10 meters. Now, in physics, again, we typically use what we call like the SI system of measurements or the international system. So when we represent an object's location or like a distance traveled, for instance, well, typically we're going to use meters as our units.